Hi friends, welcome back to the channel Ernie's Lectures. Here in this session, we will understand the concept Introduction to Computers and C from the subject name Problem Solving and C Programming. The subject code is 20CS101. So from this unit 1, we'll understand the concept Introduction to Computers and C Programming. So these are the main objectives of this session. What is the definition of a computer? What are the components of computer system? Characteristics of a computer system. Next one, basic operations of computer system with block diagram. So here, first we will see what is the definition of a computer system. Basically, computer is an electronic device which is developed by Charles Babbage nearby 19th century. So here it takes the input data from the input device, that is keyboard or monitor, and store and process it using this CPU, and produces the output that could be displayed on this monitor. So that is the output device. So a computer can be used to type documents, to send email, to play games, and we can use the browsers to search the web resources from the remote server machines. So that is the basic definition of a computer system. So here this diagram describes how these different functional units of the computer systems can be performed. So here we are having three different functional units. First one, input unit. Second one, processing unit. Third one, output unit. So here the input unit can be this keyboard or mouse to enter the data into the system. Next one, the data needs to be processed by this processor. So there is a CPU, which is the CPU of this computer system. That is a central processing unit. Next one, we have output units. So here these output devices are used to display the results to the end user. So here the output devices can be a monitor, or it could be a printer, or it could be a speaker. Okay, so these are the different functional units. So here keyboard and mouse is the input units, and monitor is the output unit, whereas CPU is the central processing unit, that is the processing unit of the system. Next, the components of a computer. So here the computer components are classified into two types. First one, hardware components, and second one, software components. So in terms of hardware components, you're having all the physical devices, that is input devices, output devices, then CPU, then storage devices are coming under the categorization of hardware components. So here again, the storage device is classified into two types. One is primary memory, second one secondary memory. So in terms of primary memory, that is a RAM, is the random access memory. So here you can store the data temporarily. Whereas in terms of secondary memory, hard disk drive is the secondary memory storage. So here you can store the data permanently. So here these are the two types of storage devices. Next one, in terms of software, we have two different types of software. One is application software, another one is system software. So here the software is used by the end user is known as application software. Example, MS Office. Next one, system software, whereas the software is used by the system, the computer itself. That is example, operating system. So the number of examples of operating systems are Linux, Unix, Windows XP. So these are the number of operating systems. So here this software is used by the system itself. Next one, characteristics of a computer system. So in terms of speed, Computer has the capacity to perform billions of instructions per second. In terms of accuracy, computer is very accurate device, and in terms of storage, computer has the capacity to store very large amount of data, up to terabyte data can be stored. And in terms of quick decision, we can say an example of Google search engine. So here we can find the resources at any time. So here we can take the decisions very quickly. Next one, versatile. Computer can perform more than one operation at a time. Example, listening songs, printing on paper using this printer, and make use of web browsers to search the web resources. So here, all the three different functions can be performed by a system at the same time. So computer has the multitasking capacity to perform more than one operation at a time. Next one, you will see the abbreviation of some of the terms. Computer. So computer stands for commonly operating machine, purposely used for technologies and educational research. Next one, CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. ALU stands for Arithmetic Logic Unit. Next, CU stands for Control Unit. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. Then ROM stands for Read-Only Memory. Then HDD stands for hard disk drive. So here random access memory and read-only memory or primary memory, whereas hard disk drive is the secondary memory, where we can store the data permanently. Whereas in primary memory, the data storage is the temporary one. So these are the basic operations of computer system. So here in terms of inputting, we are going to accept the data from the end user by making use of input devices, that is keyboard or mouse. Next one, storing and providing the data whenever it is required. So here this operation is implemented by this memory. Next one, processing, performing operations on data to get the result. So here this process is implemented by arithmetic and logic unit. Next one, outputting operation. So here communicating the results to the end user. So here this operation is performed by output devices, that is monitor. Next one, controlling unit. So here it is going to control all the above mentioned operations. So all these inputting, storing, processing and outputting, all the four different operations are controlled by the CU, that is control unit. So this is the basic operations of a computer system. Next one, the block diagram of a computer. So here all the functional units are described here. So here we are having the input devices and we are having the CPU, central processing unit, which has two functional units internally. One is the control unit, another one is arithmetic and logic unit. And we have a memory unit, that is the external unit. Then we have an output device, that is output unit. So here, this arithmetic logic unit will perform the number of arithmetic and logic operations. So the number of arithmetic operations for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Along with that, we can perform increment and decrement operations. Then in terms of logic operations, all these AND gate, OR gate, XOR gate, NAND gate, so all these logical operations are implemented by this ALU. Along with that, we can perform shifting and rotating operations. Whereas memory unit can store the data temporarily. And we have the control unit. So based on the control signal, control unit is going to control all the four functional units. And we have output unit to display the result to the end user. So here, let us see an example of how this addition of two numbers will be processed by the system. So let us see an example of addition of two numbers, 3 plus 4 equal to 7. So here, first we will get the input data from this input device. So this 4 plus 3, we need to add these two numbers. So from this input device, we will read the numbers 4 plus 3. Now this instruction is given to this CPU. So here this information is stored in this memory unit, and now this operation is addition operation. So the system is going to perform an addition operation. 4 plus 3 is performed by this arithmetic and logic unit. So from this memory unit, the system will read the information and it will perform the operation of this addition operation. Once the process is completed, it is going to store the data back to this memory unit. So here it is a bidirectional one. From memory unit to this CPU, we have a bidirectional data transfer, whereas from input unit to this CPU, we have a unidirectional of data. Okay, so once this process is completed, we are going to display the result using this output device. That is, the result 7 is displayed on this monitor. Okay, again it is a unidirectional from CPU to this monitor. So here all these 4 different operations, that is input unit operation, memory unit, arithmetic and logic unit, and output device unit. So all these 4 functional units are controlled by the control unit based on the control signals. Okay, so that is all about the implementation of different operations in a computer system. So basically, this system has 5 different operations. First one, inputting. So that is processed by input unit. Next one, storing. We are going to store the data in this memory. Next one, processing. So here all this arithmetic logic operation is implemented by this ALU. Next one, outputting. We are displaying the result to this end user using these output devices. Then CU is the control unit, which is monitoring and controlling all the 4 different functional units of the computer systems. Okay, so that is all about the basic operations of the computer systems, and it is describing the block diagram of a computer systems. So I hope you understand the concept of introduction to computers. So here in this session, we have discussed a definition of the computer system, characteristics of system, and different operations of the computer systems with block diagram. I hope you understand the concept very well. And in the next coming sessions, I would like to upload more videos related to this particular subject. So please subscribe the channel. Thank you.